Back. I don't know what happened in the last live. I don't know if it was my phone or YouTube, but it kicked me out, and then when I came back in, the viewers said they couldn't hear me. So I'm back. So what I was saying in my last live was, yes, I'm talking to myself, but eventually somebody will come in and watch this replay, hopefully. So what I was saying was, is I went down a rabbit hole. Before I got on my live, I was watching this story about this girl named, what is her name? Ashley Victoria. I can't look on my phone because I'm on my phone. But I think her name was Ashley Victoria. No, her name was Angel Victoria. I'm sorry. She basically was pretending to be a PA student for 2 years, y'all. 2 years. She was an influencer and she was pretending to be a PA student who was waking up every day, pretending like she was going to school. Hey girl, we back. So basically I was just talking to myself. But no, I was basically saying that I went down a rabbit hole about this girl named Angel. Oh my God, I forgot her name already. Angel Victoria. I think that's her name. I can't look because I'm on my phone. But basically she was pretending that she was a PA student for physician assistant school. And I was down a rabbit hole looking up all the stories. Like, this girl was literally doing get ready with me's and taking pictures outside of the school and just all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, the lengths it took this girl to go through to pretend to be a physician assistant student is crazy. Oh my God. So I was just doing it. And then a YouTuber that I watch, her name is Taja. They're friends. They're friends. And Taja had just put her on her vlog 3 weeks ago, letting the girl say, yeah, I graduated in 2 weeks and I just been so stressed and I had to take a test every Friday and I had to do 1,000-page PowerPoints and all this other stuff. And I'm like, she really was keeping the lie going. I say the social media streets have definitely created some monsters. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, wait, Anthony, you changed your profile picture? The social media streets have definitely created monsters. Like, to go through the lengths of pretending to be a PA student for 2 years, waking up doing get ready with me's, buying a stethoscope, buying a badge off Amazon. Y'all need to look the story up. It's just crazy. Like, she exactly. I'm like, what? How would? And then people are attacking her friend Taja. They're basically like, was she in on it? And I'm like, I don't think she was in on it. I don't think she knew, because her message and how she was pouring into her. I meant Brittany. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I know what you meant. I didn't even see. What did you say? Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Anthony, let me make you a moderator so you can help me out. Cause my girl's not here. And wait, who did I make a moderator? Okay, no, I didn't make her no moderator. I don't know who that is. That's probably a spam account. Anyway, but yeah, so I had sent it to Denny too, because you know Denny is a respiratory therapist, and I was just like, this story is crazy, y'all. Oh my God. So that made me think about hi, jealous of my mention. I don't know who you are, and I'm not trying to be funny, but you gotta get out of here. I don't have time for that foolishness. What are the rules for my channel? We got rules. What's supposed to be the rules? Hey, Lady T-Bug. What's supposed to be the rules? I don't know. Well, what I was saying is, this person here, I don't know who she was. I timed out myself. I ain't got time for that mumbo jumbo. I ain't got time for that. Lady T-Bug, you missed it. I was just talking about, I don't know if you heard about the no, I don't want the trolls in here. I don't have time for that because it throws me off. So there's this girl named Angel Victoria who was pretending to be a PA student. Hey, Denny. What was I saying? I just drew a blank. Hold on. Oh, there's a PA student. I sent it to Denny too. It was a PA student pretending to be a she was not a student. She was pretending to be a PA student. It's okay, Denny. You're not late. I was supposed to go live at 6, but it's about to rain in my neck of the woods, and my power go out for everything. So I went live an extra hour early, just in case. Because I wanted to stay committed because we're on a challenge. And I said I was going to go live once a week, so no excuses. So earlier, I went live like maybe 10 minutes ago, and it kicked me out. So this is me coming back. But I ain't talking about nothing. I ain't talking about nothing at all. Well, not right now, at least. I don't got no crazy story time for y'all this week. I don't want to just bombard y'all with my crazy story times, because then I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. Well, yes, I will, because I talk a lot. I talk too much. Sometimes I'm like, you need to shut up sometimes. But, yeah, Denny, I was telling them about that PA student, that girl, Ashley Victoria. I mean, not Ashley. Her name is not Ashley. Angel. It's good to catch a live. Yes. And then you said, hello, I beat you. Y'all are crazy. Oh, my God. So tell me a little bit about your channel since I just found you. Okay, sure. I love to talk about myself, not in a cocky way. Yes, I got it. Girl, that story crazy. So about me. So my name is Brittany. I live in Houston. Well, according to Denny, I do not live in Houston. But I live in Houston. I live in Houston and surrounding areas. Okay, Denny? I was born in Houston. But yeah, so I am a content creator. Yeah, y'all do, Anthony. Hey, I ain't gonna turn it down. But I'm a content creator. I'm a mom first before anything. Me and her have a book together. It is based on her dad. I'm an entrepreneur. I host events around Houston, and I am a travel agent. That's like the short version of me. Where you live, Coach? Exactly, it is. It is a good competition, Anthony. Yes. But yeah, so I'm a content creator because I'm a very creative person. I like to edit. I'm lying. I do not like to edit. Well, I do like to edit. When I have so much to edit, I don't like to edit. But I'm just a creative person, so I'm able to capture stuff that people don't see. I'm able to host events that people wouldn't think of. And that's why I like do different things around the city. Like Denny commented on a video this morning, and I had forgot about that video, but that was one of my favorite videos. That was one of my favorite videos, and it didn't get many views, but that's okay. I don't post for views. I post because it's what I love to do. How long have I been working on my channel? So realistically, I've had this channel since like probably 2000. I know, Denny, that was a great video, but I'm learning over time what works and what doesn't. And I don't think the video was wrong. I just think the packaging was wrong. But I've learned over time what I'm doing. But to answer Coach's question, I've had my channel since 2008, but I actively started working on it August 2023. So 3 years. And I've been posting, let me see. Let me do it now because I did it for the other one. So yeah, so I've been like before 2023, like August 2023, I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube. I had posted a video like, excuse me, before the pandemic, and I had started this was before podcast was a podcast, and I had this podcast series that I was gonna start. It was called Happy Hour. And it was going to be just me and my friends talking about different topics. And we did one episode. I paid for the production. I paid for this hotel room, and we all got together. I ain't never do nothing else with it. And then I just had a few of my friends like encouraging me to like vlog my journey with my child's father. And then at the time I was in my grad school program, they were like, you need to share that. And I was like, I just can't. And then I was purchasing my house and they was like, you need to share that. And I was like, I just can't. I'm too busy. So what I'm doing now, I've always been a creator, just not on YouTube. So I've always posted on Instagram, mostly Facebook, and then TikTok. But just in the past 3 years, YouTube has been like my focal point of creation, and just TikTok and Instagram support the content just in shorter form. But yeah, so I was like putting it off. So finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just post. I had went on a cruise and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just post this cruise video. And then from there I just started posting. I wasn't consistent, but I was posting. And then eventually I created a weekly schedule where I would post every Sunday. And that's what I've been doing. And then I realized I'm not a bigger creator, so posting once a week, that doesn't really push me in the algorithm. Now I have had some videos that had good views, thousands of views, and then when the 365 days hit, those hours are gone. So now that I know how to approach YouTube differently, because like I said, I've been posting since August 2023, long form videos. Hey Sierra, how you doing? But I've been posting like long form since August 2023. But like I said, I was only posting one video a week. And now that I know that's not enough to build on here, especially when you're building from ground up, I know that now. And I probably could have been, not the Duval, I probably could have been monetized by now, but I'm not going to harp on that. Now that I know that I need to increase the amount of times I post and going live, that's what we're working with. And I'm not going to be just posting to be posting. It's a strategy behind it as well. So, hey, beloved, welcome back. So that's pretty much when I started, was August 2023. But again, I didn't have no strategy behind it. I was just posting once a week and going on by my business. I didn't really know, but it took me 3 years to know, and studying the platform and studying others and not chasing being viral. But like I said, now that I know what I know now, I have so many videos that I was close to being monetized, but I didn't know. I knew about the 4,000 watch hours within 365 days. However, now that I know better now, oh, you said when I monetized, I was posting. See, that's what I'm saying. I was only posting once a week because from when I first got on the platform, people was like, find a schedule that works for you. And that's what worked for me at the time, because I was working full time. But now that I'm not working anymore, I can see myself with the schedule that I've created so far. So now that I know, I'm like, I mean, those hours are gone, but I can make up for it with the new strategy. So that's right, Sierra, we got this. Excuse me. Someone earlier in the other live that we were in asked about, they were like, oh, and you'll get more subscribers. And I was like, well, yes, subscribers are good, but I don't want subscribers who don't watch. I want a community, because I want people that are going to come back and know that I post on this day and this day, and they're going to come back and watch my video. So that's why I don't really like push for shorts. I post shorts, but I post shorts that align with the video that I posted. So I got shorts sitting in the drafts right now, but I'm not posting those shorts until I post the long form video that matches. Exactly, Coach. Like, for example, and I know exactly, Sierra, exactly. And I know these are bigger creators, but I study them. And it's not because I'm copying their content at all, but I study what they do. And I know that I'm not at their level yet, but like Aaliyah's Face, if y'all look at her channel, she get views. There's another creator I watch. Her name is Madison Denise. She has like 70,000 subscribers, and her views match her subscribers. And she's built like a She's built like and I was telling, because I had a collab with a co-working space this week, and I went with someone. I had a vlog with her. I think I posted a vlog with her last week. It was the Pink event. It was a Boss CEO event at her house. Her name is Charnel. So we had a collab at a co-working space, and I was telling her, you know, these creators, they create something with their audience. So like with Madison, Denise, her audience knows she's posting on Monday. She calls it Maddie Monday. And her audience be looking for her at 6 p.m. on Mondays because they know she's posting on that day. That's what she has committed to giving her audience. So they know on Monday, Maddie is posting. So her community, no, they pulling up for her. And if you go look at her videos match her subscriber count. So to me, it's not really about the subscribers. I already have the amount of subscribers I need to monetize, but I don't want empty subscribers, because then I have all these subscribers and they're not watching my videos. So to me, the subscribers don't really matter. I mean, yes, they matter, but I want them to be watching my stuff. So yes, let me read what y'all saying, because I'm just over here yapping. Yes, you want a community, people that are invested. Correct, exactly. Anthony says, yes, it was. Sierra says, and oh, I read that already. Coach says, shorts are good if you make them mini information. Exactly, that's how I do it, Coach. Like, so I post all my TikToks and Reels in real time for the most part, to keep that moving. But I repurpose those and put them on YouTube to align them with the vlog that I'm gonna post. So like, for instance, when we went to Toca Madera this week, I went to Toca Madera weeks ago, and I posted that reel weeks ago, but I wasn't gonna post that reel without me posting the vlog. So I like that YouTube has that feature where you can link the vlog that matches it. Not everybody will click on it, but for me, there's always going to be a purpose behind a vlog that behind a short that I'm posting. So yeah. Let me get back to the comments. I'm sorry. I'm at a point, Danny says, I'm at a point where I'm posting for 3 platforms. Long form, yeah. Yeah, me too. But listen, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. So and now that I'm not working, it's actually much easier for me to manage it. Before, that's why I was all over the place. It was, oh Lord. But for me, YouTube is my priority right now. It's my priority. It's always been my priority. I just didn't know how to utilize it properly. I was posting once a week, but was that enough? No. But I didn't know that, and that's okay. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Sierra said, I'm generating programming on Sierra. Yeah, me too. So Sierra, for me, I'm focusing on posting my long form videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, because initially I was only posting on Sundays. And then my lives, I don't want to too much commit on those days yet, because I'm still trying to see how my life is going to be right now. So for my lives, I was just telling Denny this. It's either going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It's going to be one of those days, depending on how my week looks. Eventually, I do want to like do 2 lives, but right now we just going to stick with 2 videos and 1 live until I get my schedule and my life together. But let's see. Same here for Charlotte. Yeah. Hi, Tabitha. The schedule holds you accountable for sure. Yes. Exactly, Lady T. But that's exactly why I don't want to commit to so much. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be putting out just... I'm a more of a quality over quantity person with anything I do in life. Anything I do in life is always going to be quality. So that's why I was really, really upset about yesterday's video, because it was not quality to me because of an issue I had with CapCut. So I had to, I don't know if y'all knew, but I had to screen record my edit on my vlog on CapCut because it would not let me download it from CapCut. And I was so annoyed. I was crying. I was reaching out to, y'all gonna see that in a month because y'all know I'm behind, but I was reaching out to CapCut. They were no help to help me with downloading it. So I had to screen record my video because I wasn't going to just say, you know what, I'm not going to post this video, or you know what, I'm going to post it another day. No, I committed to that schedule. So I just screen recorded it. I had to figure it out. So I was not happy about the quality, but it is what it is. But oh, you best believe what I learned from that situation, I would never do it again. So basically CapCut, I'm a CapCut creator. So I get commission for creating templates on CapCut. Well, my dumb self didn't realize my video that I was editing was in template mode. So by the time that I tried to go export the video, it was in a template mode instead of me exporting it as a regular video, and you can't change it. That was a nightmare. So I couldn't sleep because I couldn't download it. It was just too much. And I said, oh, you know what? We just gonna screen record this edited video, and we're gonna upload it, and we're gonna keep it moving because I'm trying to push this content that I got out, and I'm not trying to get behind. So whatever. So yeah, Lady T-Bug, no burnout. I'm not even gonna deal with it. That's why I said I'm gonna do 1 live a week, and then once I see that I can handle it with the things that I'm trying to do, then we'll move to 2 lives a week. But right now we're gonna do 2 videos. I definitely can do 2 videos for the next 2 months. I ain't even gonna hold you. I definitely got 2 videos in me because we so behind. And Denny, I don't know where you at in here, but we about to be in August time. So don't be asking me that every video. Let's see. Denny says I don't post on any other platform. I mean, honestly, it ain't even worth it. TikTok not paying. Instagram got a bunch of lurkers. So I just post over there to say, I just post on Instagram because that's where my collabs come from. That's it. Sierra, right, Danny? I'm consistent on you. Yep, me too. Coach, me either, Danny. Focus on YouTube. Yep. Hi, JG. Tabitha, I think I said hi to you, but if I didn't, hello. Quality over quantity. Yes, Sierra. Reach out and we can troubleshoot together. Okay, I'll know that next time because, girl, I was stressed. Denny says she's post spontaneously. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like I told you the other day, you got to do what works for you. But for me, I can't do spontaneous. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm not one of them people like, girl, Aquarius do this, Aquarius do that. No, I am a scheduled person. That's why I scheduled this live. I can't just randomly go live. I just cannot do that. I don't know what it is about me, but I have to have a schedule. I'm looking at 3 planners right now with 3 different purposes. That's why I say I can't commit to adding an additional live because I am still I'm self-employed now. So I'm trying to build stuff, and sometimes I may have collabs and sometimes I might not. So I don't want to commit to a live on a certain day until I know my schedule for the week. So yeah. Denny says, I know that's where we're going to watch period in ears. Anthony, I've heard of someone that makes templates for editing companies. Someone sent me info about putting music in editing programs. Yeah, you definitely should because there's money in that. Even with there's people that edit YouTube videos. I even thought about doing that, but then that'll take away from me editing my own stuff. And I can't even keep my own schedule up. So I'm going to edit somebody else's stuff, but it is money in editing. People are paying for editing. But yeah, I'm a creator on CapCut. And I can make templates. You know how sometimes if you go on TikTok and people are using the preset templates that are already set, and you'll see it at the bottom where it says try this template. People get paid for that, and I'm one of those people. I don't use it often, but it's an option. I don't watch anything but YouTube. That's how I am. I don't even post. I use the collabs to go on my grid. Yep. Tutorials with KK. Hi, how are you? Coach, you're an Aquarius, girl. When's your birthday? Yes, here. I can't. When I don't have no schedule, my life is in shambles. I'm a scheduled person. I'm in my life right now. If it's not on schedule, yeah, me too. I film and edit for others. I definitely can tell that you do because your editing is top tier. Your storytelling is good. Denny says she has 0 structure. Girl, my birthday's January 26th. Girl, Period. Yeah, I'm organ. This is one. The other two down there, I'm not gonna reach down there, but I got. This is a to-do list. This is another to-do list. This is another to-do list, and they all serve different purposes. I'm nuts. I'm nuts. And the fact that I still be all over the place with all these planners is probably why I'm all over the place. But that's why I'm trying to get my life together. Like, y'all got to remember, for the longest, I was in fight or flight mode in my job. And side note, if you're watching my vlogs, me too, girl. Me too, coach. Yes. But y'all know right now, y'all are kind of watching my vlogs. Excuse me. Y'all are kind of watching my vlogs as we are leading up to me resigning. So that's why I'm so behind. So prior to me resigning, I had content. Okay, so it was like, okay, we're gonna keep it afloat. But I didn't want to post about me resigning until I resigned, because you never know who's watching you. So that's why you're seeing up until the day of me leaving my job. Oh, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. And I had to tell some of my coworkers, don't call me no more. Well, don't call me with that mess. Because what can I do about it? I was the only one taking a stance. So I'm gone. I'm sorry, y'all. Deanie, what you talking about my goodness for? My phone have to yell at me to be places. I need to do that because, ooh, I'm all over the place here. But I'm gonna get my life together because I don't have a reason not to at this point. Anthony, Corey, Aquarius too? Huh. Exactly, Sierra. It's just like what you said. It's just like what you said yesterday, how it may be old to me, but it's new to y'all. So that's why I don't really be tripping that I'm behind, because it gives me content to post. I can probably post content for a month to 2 months, because I'm still filming right now and I'm still posting from last month. Now, the only thing I would be concerned about if it was something that was trending and I'm like, I need to post it now, but I never really post trending content. I just don't get behind it. Anonymous, how did you quit your job? Do you do full-time? No, I don't do YouTube full-time. I do have a travel agent business, and I am an event planner, which I am resuming. I had to pause it because of my job. With my travel agent business, I don't really do much because I have travel agents under me. So that runs itself. And then I am a author and a content creator. So I do a lot, and I have savings. I can tell this to y'all because it doesn't matter, but I am in the process of opening my own event space / venue space. It probably won't be anytime soon because I'm in the looking process. I started months ago, but of course, because of work, I had to pause because I was just so stressed. But yeah, I am trying to open my own event space. How did I quit my job? I went on vacation, submitted my 1 week notice, and then, oh, sorry, y'all. I submitted my 1 week notice and said my last day gonna be next Monday. They didn't deserve 2 weeks. Anthony say y'all gonna find a way to say Aquarius. Oh my God. Yes, Sierra, I have one going live Sunday. And that's why I didn't want to harp on the CapCut situation, because I was fighting with CapCut for 3 days. The video was done, but I was fighting with CapCut. So it kind of put me behind with editing. So I'm get back on track because I want to stay ahead of the editing so I can have them ready by Sunday and Wednesday. Because what I was doing when I was working was I was editing the day before and posting on Sunday. And that just put me in a frazzled state. I don't like that. So, yeah. Coach said I resigned from a toxic job 4 years ago, and now I'm in a much better. When I tell you, Coach, when I tell you, the moment I put my letter of resignation in, How many collabs have I had since then? I probably have had 7 collabs. My last day was August 3rd. I put my notice in that Monday before. I got 7 collabs that I accepted. 3 I had to decline. So many opportunities and doors have opened for me. I've met so many people in the interim. I've just gotten so many signs from people being placed in my life, just sending me signs that I was on the right path. Like every time, and I don't know if I do talk about this on my vlog, but I'll share it. When I had my collab at the co-working place this week, we met this gentleman who's a realtor for 30 years, and he's creating a, matter of fact, where's my wallet? He's creating a newspaper, and he is trying to put businesses in it and create events and create community. And I told him, this word right here, this word right here, keep popping up. I said, this word right here, keep popping up. And he was a faith-based man. So I was just telling him, you are nothing but God sent, because you bringing this to me, and this the first thing I see. All I saw was community. And he was just telling me the purpose of it and why he wanted to start it. And he was like, yes, I'm a realtor, but I like to give other realtors a space to help. He was like, because I'm in the Woodlands, but I want to create a database for realtors all over the world for people to look at. So I was just like, that's dope. And I told him what I did. He was like, oh yeah, I would like to connect. So don't cost you nothing to be in a community. It's just, so I'm telling you, it's just been so many good things that I've never had brands, restaurants, experiences reach out to me to do anything. I haven't changed anything. I've been posting the same way. I've been doing the same thing. And brands, restaurants, all of that have been reaching out to me. I've never had collabs. I've always said I want to do collabs. I want to do sponsorships. I didn't even know how to navigate that, but I met someone that also helps me connect with restaurants. Like the line dancing vlog we did, that's someone I met, and she's helping me with that out. Like, we're going to start something next month where she's going to help me get more than what I've been getting, because that's what she specializes in. So listen, when you said I resigned from a toxic job 4 years ago and now I'm in a much better situation, girl, I ain't even been unemployed a month. I'm sorry, self-employed. And it's just been really, 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 I don't feel like, the moment I submitted it, I didn't feel nothing. I cried because I just couldn't believe I was doing it, but it felt so good. And then I just kept being reassured that it was the best thing I could do for myself. Denny, all those to-do lists, girl, my to-do list crazy, because I don't be able to do nothing because I was at work. And then when I went to work and came home, I didn't want to do nothing but lay on the couch and watch gossip. Yes, Corey is a Aquarius. Sierra is a Capricorn. Okay, sis, I like Capricorns. You cool in my book. Long as you ain't no Aquarius man. Y'all already know about the Aquarius man. Woo! Oh, Stash is an Aquarius too. Don't know if you know Kiss from Jay. That sounds familiar, but I don't think I know too much about him. Sierra says you don't want to get to the point where you don't have anything to post. It helps to plan for when you're not able to film. At least you have footage. Exactly. And then Sierra, on top of that, oh, sorry, y'all, I'm spitting. Sierra, on top of that, all the content that I have ready to go is stuff that I've been doing, all the collabs I've been going to, all the experiences, events, and things like that. I still got to do home projects. When I say I ain't touched nothing in this house, nothing in this house. So we got to resume the home projects. I said that I wanted to be done with my house by July 2025. Girl, I ain't did nothing. The only thing I have done, and I have 18 projects, y'all, and I'm gonna name them. Hold on, let me remember them. The pantry is Nyla's room is first, and we're not gonna show her room. That's her room. My child is a teenager. Listen, that's her privacy. So Nyla's room, the pantry was next, my guest bedroom, my wine wall, my entryway, my front patio. That didn't take nothing. So next we're trying to do my office, which has been the most complicated. So next I want to finish my office. I want to finish my laundry room. My laundry room is finished, but I want to add cabinets and some paint. And I want to do my patio. So those are the next 3. Hold me accountable, y'all. Mind you, I was supposed to be done with all these projects I'm finna tell y'all by July 2025. That didn't happen, but that's okay. That's the beauty of being a homeowner. I can do what I want as I want to. So those are the 3 that we're gonna do next. After that is gonna be kitchen and dining, living room, my bedroom. My bedroom, my closet, and my bathroom are all gonna be done together. But I feel like I may do my bedroom sooner. I always said I wanted to do my bedroom last, because when I moved in my house, I moved out of my apartment and moved in with my mom, which I actually have a video about that too, y'all, that is done. But I don't want to post it until I start talking about home content again. So I share my home journey on how it was a struggle and hard as hell to buy my house. That was supposed to post this summer, but I don't want to post that right now. I'm not doing home content, so it doesn't make sense for me to post it. That's just me. I'm such a strategy, schedule-y person, so I don't want to post that video. But I share the journey. It's done. The video's done. It's ready. But when I moved out of my apartment, I moved back with my mom until I bought my house. And I didn't bring no furniture with me, so everything we bought was new. The only thing I didn't buy new was my bedroom set, because I knew my bedroom would be last. So now I'm like, I want a new bedroom set. So we'll see. But that's the order of the projects. And then last will be my garage. Well, my garage will be mixed in, because the garage is done. It's just cluttered and it needs to be decluttered. So that'll be mixed in somewhere in between those projects. But the very, 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 very last project will be my backyard. I want a pool. I want a backyard oasis. But what I want gonna cost me about $200,000. And girl, I ain't got that. So that's gonna be down the line. So yeah. So I say all that to say, Sierra, I went on a tangent. I say all that to say is, I say all that to say is I don't want to not have anything. So that's why I'm trying to make sure that I'm constantly creating and doing what I love, so creating won't be so hard. And also, I don't want to run out of content, but trust and believe, I ain't gonna run out. I ain't gonna run out. Oh Lord. What kind of job did I do? So I worked at a community college. I was there since 2012. I started part-time when I was pregnant with my daughter. And then I became full-time in 2014. So I worked in financial aid. I worked in advising. I worked in our workforce, which is an extension of advising. Workforce has like the accelerated programs or certificate programs. And then I moved to the construction department. And that's where I have been for the last 7 years. And I was a coordinator 3, but then I got promoted to a business operations manager, which essentially what we did was we worked with the project managers to make sure we had money for the renovation and construction of all of our properties. And we made sure that contracts were in line. I did contracts, payments, invoices, anything you can think of. I helped the project managers. I worked alongside the project managers to make sure they had money to work on their projects. I paid the vendors and things like that. So that's what I did. I loved it so much, but I needed to be somewhere else to do it. That's just what I'm gonna say. Now my entire 7 years there wasn't toxic. I mean, it was rough, but the most recent 2 years is where it got really it got so bad. It got so bad. I went on FMLA last year. I was taking anxiety medicine. I was depressed. I was having panic attacks. To where I was meeting with my PCP monthly. She put me on anxiety medicine. I had to meet with her monthly. And then 1 month when I met with her, I was saying things that she was concerned about, and she told me I had to go on FMLA immediately. So that's how that happened. And then in the interim of that, I was already stressed with work, and I also had a lot of medical stuff going on. So she knew it, because how my insurance works is all my specialty doctors have to be referred out. So she knew about all the referrals I had, because she had to refer them out. So in the interim of that, I was dealing with all of that stuff. And I'll talk about this in another vlog, so I ain't gonna go down my health history. But I had to go to a GI, I had to go to a podiatrist, and I had to go to a arm and wrist specialist. So I was dealing with all of that. And eventually I had to have surgery. So I had surgery. I had carpal tunnel on both hands. So I got a scar here. And then this scar is a little bit deeper. I'm a little ashy. But I had to do one hand at a time. And I thugged it out. So I was basically out of work for 7 months, paid. Yeah, I was paid for 7 months. I initially went out the first 6 weeks for mental health, and then found out I would have to have surgery. So I did one hand at a time, which led me into March of 2026. And then I went back to work, and I was back having panic attacks and crying every day. And I was just like, nah, I ain't finna do it. So yeah. That's dope. Thank you, coach. Does Brittany look like she could be humble Trish sister? That means she cute. Coach, they did some of the same house decor stuff. I be getting confused. Who? Me and Corey? Or homeboy Trish? I gotta check whoever that is. Coach, yes, I did. I let go of the negative energy for sure. Because at the end of the day, I know so many people were rooting for me to stay and stick it out, but I don't have to. I don't have to. And for me, I never wanted to act on emotion. So I never left. I mean, I could have left 2 years ago, but I said, no, I got to handle this strategically. I got to take care of all these doctor's appointments. I got to take care of business. I got to do all of this first. And I'm not just going to leave because I'm mad. Trust and believe when I say I could have left a long time ago, but I did not. It just had to make sense. And I had to have those signs from the Lord above to tell me when it was going to be right. I never wanted to act on emotion. It was always going to be logical. So I made sure I got cleared by every doctor. Because I don't need to be, while I'm trying to take care of my business, I don't need to be worried about no doctor's appointments. So everybody cleared me. Now look, my daughter is up to date on her stuff. We're all good. But yeah, so I was going to resign 2 years ago, actually. But my daughter ended up having to have surgery. So that put a monkey in my wrench. And then I put my stuff on hold. It was just a lot. It was a lot. So yeah. Anthony said I changed accounts because the other one. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Coach, community is everything. That is literally my motto. That is why I created my events around Houston, because years and years ago, I used to host the bigger events, but I realized I really didn't like that so much because I wasn't able to like talk to everybody. So I started hosting the more intimate ones. And then I started to notice that people would come to my events all the time, and they would make friends, and they would tell me, you know, I'm so grateful I came to your event because I made a friend, and I don't have friends. And it will always be people telling me that I don't have friends and I don't have this and that. When I tell you I have screenshots of testimonies that I could share, like they come to my events, like they meet people. And that just to me is so important because I don't have that. But guess what? I built it. I built it through my events. All my friends that I call my best friends that y'all be seeing me with in my videos, I have 3 people that y'all gonna always see me with. That's Demisha, Monique, and Brittany. Demisha, she came to one of my events. Been my girl ever since. Brittany came to one of my events. Been my girl ever since. Those are my best friends. Monique, that's my best friend from high school. But that's who I was just with at Toca Madera in the vlog y'all just saw me with. Those are my girls. When I had my surgery, they were the only ones that were there for me. And then, of course, my homegirl, Jen. Y'all don't really see her much because she doesn't go out, but we work together as well. But she, trust and believe, she's pulling up for me no matter what. But I say all that to say is that's why I built my events, because I noticed it was people like me. So I say, you know what? I ain't go ask for the friends. I'm going to go get them. So that's just that. Yes, coach, if other creators can get sponsorships, so can we. And trust me when I say it's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. And what's crazy is I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that at all. Coach said God is good. Amen. Chocolate is here. Where is Chocolate? I don't see Chocolate. Hey, Chocolate. I do a weekly agenda, nothing past 7 days. I can't do that. Woo! I can't do that, Denny. But that's admirable, because I can't do that. Beloved said that's wonderful. I hope even more good things come your way. Thank you so much. We know. I seen Kiss yesterday. A girl, I don't know who you talking about. Who is Kiss? Stash is an Aquarius man. Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't want to be like that. I'm not going to generalize all Aquarius men. Sierra says, take your time with the home series. Absolutely. It's going to be ongoing that you can create a playlist for. I have my home playlist already up. So I pretty much have playlists for everything already. That's why I'm not really rushed to do my home stuff. And then furthermore, since I'm vlogging from my phone, I can't edit, I can't post, I can't record no videos anyway. The storage is full. Storage is full. Denny says, oh, excuse me, y'all. That is so rude for me to be doing that in y'all face. Denny says, I enjoyed the home video. Thank you so much, Denny. Oh, and thank you for playing me on everything. I do that to you, girl. Period. VA Xanax is cool. I'm sure it is, but you ain't finna, toodaloo. Who, I need to make some more people moderators. Hold on. I think I have Anthony as one. Put Sierra as one as well. Denny, I think you're a moderator too. Hopefully, do y'all know this VA person? Did I say something that talks about the Z? I hope not. I just be talking. And if y'all know him, my bad. I was rude to him. Anyway, Sierra said, I'm not sure how Texas operates, but my city allows independent contractors to bid on city projects, and project managers are always needed for those jobs. Yeah, Texas is the same. And trust me, hold on, let me tell you something. Because I've been where I've been for so long, I've made connections with a lot of people, with our contractors, with the project managers that are no longer there, with directors that are no longer there. They was all trying to get me jobs at different places. And I said, no, I'm good. I said, no, I'm good. I could get a job. There ain't nothing. I ain't trying to be funny. Baby, when I left, it was felt. Trust and believe. I be getting calls from my coworkers. They don't know where my stuff at because, and y'all gonna see, I don't want to tell y'all too much, but the way I had to depart was very petty. And it wasn't me. They don't know where nothing I have, like everything, because I was the most senior person there. So I was there, I was the person that was there the longest. So I had a lot of training things on my laptop. The one with all this in my head, I couldn't download it to my colleagues who taking over my work. I ain't trying to be cocky, but my presence was felt. That's why I told y'all, I had to tell some of them, don't call me unless it's some tea. But if you calling to complain, I ain't trying to hear it. Because I did what I was supposed to do. I filed a complaint. I talked to all the big dogs. nothing was done. So if I'm the only one doing it, maybe I can't help you. Anyway, so I can go on a tangent, but trust me when I say I can get a job. I got connections. And especially with me working in construction, that already is a specialty. And then me being a being a business operation manager who handled money, contracts, invoices, all of that, I can get a job. That's why I'm over here chilling. Denny is asking, oh, so obviously V8 is somebody y'all know. Oh, my bad, V8. I'm so rude. Coach said, peace of mind is priceless. Exactly. That's why I'm over here chilling. Home body Trish. Now, Trish. My bad. My bad. It's so hard making friends as adults. So that's exactly, Coach, that's exactly why I did it, because it is very, very hard making friends, and people are weirdos. And just over time, like all of the things that I've been through, specifically in the last 2 years has whooped my ass. But I wouldn't have been able to like survive a lot of it without my friends, my family. And then I made so many connections in my community. Those people that I met in my community have showed up for me more than people I call my friends. So trust me when I say I ain't worried about nobody that ain't here, because they don't know they don't know that when let me say this, and this may sound very, very petty, but I take mental notes now. In my past life, I used to address everything. I would tell people, I would post things, and I would say, you don't do this and you don't do that. No, I just sit back, I take mental notes, I peep game, and I remove myself. Just that simple. And I pour into those who pour into me. That's why I create my events, and whoever shows up, and those are the people I pour into, because every individual I have met through my events have all come there with the same purpose. And even more so now that people are moving to Houston, a lot of these women, why do my lips look white? Ugh. Sorry, y'all. Even more so now that people are moving to Houston, a lot of these women that come to my events, they find me on Eventbrite. They find me on Threads. They find me on TikTok or Instagram. They always say they don't have friends here. And the ones that live here, they say they don't have friends here. So to me, it just is so fulfilling. And I've hosted, I'm over 100 events. I just don't know the exact number. I would have to go and look. But yeah. So Sierra, I am working on a community-based type of subscription through Skool. I don't know if you've heard of Skool, but I have my travel agent society in Skool, which I need to start pumping out and promoting. I'm telling you, my energy has been depleted. So a lot of my business ventures took like a backseat, but I'm on Skool with my travel agent society. I am building another one for the purpose of that. And then just some other things that I'm working on as well. But I definitely want to teach how to get them as a small creator. Definitely, because it's possible. And me and my homegirl that I met with earlier this week at the co-working space, she's going to help me. She focuses more so on getting products. So she gets a lot of PR products. And we got the same amount of followers. I get more so in person and things, because I'm not a products person. So I'm not really into makeup, skincare, all of that stuff. And if you send me some perfume, I'll take it. But I have gotten PR people that have reached out to me and stuff like that, but it doesn't align with my content. So I don't typically accept it. And I know that may sound weird. It's free. Why don't you take it? Because I don't have the capacity to promote something that I don't use. That's just me being honest. I'm just too lazy to be promoting some skincare, and I don't post skincare videos in my video. Y'all ain't never gonna see me do no skincare. Y'all might see me like occasionally talking and I'm doing it, but for me to say, this is this and this is this and doing a sponsored skincare ad. That's just not my content. I'm not interested. So for me to do PR, hold on, y'all, my lips dry. For me to accept PR of products I don't use or don't allow in my content, I'm not gonna do it. I'm lazy, and I know that may sound crazy. It's especially some makeup. I ain't even gonna, girl, I probably, if I were to get on the PR list and I get that stuff, I would gift it to someone. Now, Good Molecules, I'm on their PR list and I use their stuff. So that is something you're gonna see me promoting. But I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense. Sierra says people yearn for community. And what is this? Uh-oh, sorry y'all, hold on. People yearn for community and connections. Exactly. I yearn for it deeply. That's why I'm like, I know if I need it, I know others need it. And like I told y'all, my two friends, Brittany and Demisha, met them at my events. And what's crazy is I met them at 2 Galentine's Day events. So Brittany was on a wait list for one of my Galentine's event, and a spot opened up and she came. And when I tell you, listen, if nobody else gonna come, Brittany gonna be there. That's my girl. Your home playlist is your longest. I play it every day. Thank you, Anthony. I love my home playlist. I feel like that's my favorite one. Y'all just wait for the concepts of the home stuff. It's gonna be Anthony says VA sounds like a troll. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Oh, Sierra says, I'm not talking about your job, but your own business. Yes, you know what? You're right. I need to see if it's something that I would want to do, though. I would have to probably, because I probably could do something like that on the side for my business. You're right. So I probably could look into that. Trina said, oh, hey, Trina. I'm like, Trina said, and I'm like, wait, I didn't even speak. Hello, girlfriend. She said, but you did what you had to do. Peace over everything. Peace. Peace. Sierra, I'm probably going to connect with you offline as well, because I'm kind of curious about that. And then some other things you do as well that you were talking about. Hey, Chocolate again. Coach said, I hope you weren't being rude. Girl, what you saying, Mimi chat? What you saying, Mimi chat? I just know Mimi doesn't like people talk about their channel in her chat, doesn't I? Oh, I don't know what y'all talking about. I must have missed that. Hey, Livy. Bye, Coach. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, my Aquarius sister. She probably already gone. Oh, Chocolate, what y'all talking about? I missed it. Livy, Chocolate, Livy. Hey, Livy. Livy said if I was doing content, I'd need one house cleaning okay, so hold on, Livy. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I'm on a PR list. Well, I don't really consider it PR. So I'm a Wayfair partner. So y'all know I create home content. So I link all my home content on Pinterest and LTK, Amazon, all that good stuff. Whoop-de-whoop. So I have an Amazon storefront and I have an LTK storefront. And I link my Wayfair stuff on LTK, and then my Amazon stuff, I'll just leave it as Amazon. So because I link all of that on Pinterest, and Sierra was talking about this the other day, because I link that stuff on Pinterest, that's where all my commission come from, is Pinterest. I feel like that's where it comes from. I could probably look at my analytics and see, but I'm almost positive that's where my interest comes from. Anyway, long story short, I'm a Wayfair partner. And they selected a group of us based on commission sales. And they told us we can pick, it was like 300 products, and they were like, pick your top 3. And I picked my top 3, and I got a package over there I need to open. And it's no posting obligation. Nope. You can post if you want to, but it was no posting obligation. But I'm going to post because it aligns with my content. I'm just going to align. It aligns. This is home stuff. But I definitely want to get I would love to have a partnership with some furniture, some cleaning products, some house products, Lysol, bleach, whatever. That's that's the partnerships I want to have. Home content, food, because that's what I love to do, and then travel. Those are my 3 pillars. Fashion is in there a little bit, so I incorporate that a little bit, but like makeup and stuff and skin, and to me would not be authentic. And you gonna know it, because I'm gonna be like, here's this lip gloss, I'm gonna be shaking. Oh, if it's some perfume, I'm gonna take that too. I like perfume. I actually talk about perfume here and there, but you never. I don't even know. I don't even wear makeup. So if I'm promoting some makeup, you gonna know it's fake. Let's see. It said your comments are filtered. Tabitha, I don't know why, girl. You know what? I probably did that. I don't know what I'm doing on here. Yes, Livy, Pinterest is where it's at. That's the silent social media. They don't need to sleep on it. Oh yeah, Sierra, I'm an Expedia affiliate as well. But what is P&G? That sounds familiar. Is that oh my God, it's purple, right? But help me out. Tell me what that is. Oh yeah, chocolate. Before, I was telling everybody earlier, I was supposed to go live at 6, but it sounded like it was gonna rain. So I was like, let me get on now, because my power be going out for every little thing. But yeah, excuse me, y'all. I need some more water. Yeah, so I was supposed to go live. Okay, I heard of that. That's they have like a bunch of brands under them, right? Like baby stuff and house stuff. I just can't, I'm drawing a blank, but I know I've heard of that before. Yeah, chocolate. I need rain bad. Y'all, my grass is so dead. Oh my God. Because I'm not turning them sprinklers on. The Lord is just gonna have to water my grass. No, thank you. Yeah, P&G. I've heard of that. Bounce. Yes, exactly. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, bounce game. Yeah, so I'm trying to learn how to get through that realm and to get travel hotel partnerships. If I get a travel partnership, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I don't even want to be, yes, I do want to be paid. That will be a huge lie. But my goal would be with travel, I would be okay with a free stay until I build my portfolio to start, because that's my goal, of course, to monetize from it. But a travel partnership is just a beauty. So during this time, I want to build my communities on school. I want to start working on getting my event space, and I also want to work on partnerships and getting more partnerships and collabs, because most of them that I have gotten have been inbound, and then some of them have been Sierra, I'm gonna tell you about a platform about that I know about in a second. But I work with I was telling y'all about her in my video that when I went to the line dancing. Tracy, she has a marketing and partners type of company where she does outbound reaching out for others to get their stuff. Oh, so she does that, and basically she has created a group in Houston. It's called the Houston Socialites, and she basically pitches us to brands and restaurants and experiences and gets collaborations. Like, she's been on it, and like I told you, I have had some inbound, and then some have been because of her as well. But she has gotten stuff in there for like, what is the place called for the kids? I guess it's called like the bounce places. She got a few of those places. Of course, I declined that. I don't have no small child, and I could have brought my nephew, but he bad as hell. So I wasn't even gonna waste my time. I was like, I'm gonna leave that to the real moms of real toddlers. And then last week, was it last week? No, it was this week. No, it was last week. I was gonna go to this new wellness place that opened, and they were offering facials. They were offering cryotherapy, all these different cool experiences. And I thought about it and I was like, that would have been fun to do. But it's not my content. It's not my content. I don't do wellness. I mean, I'll work out from here and there. Yes. Woo, yeah. Yeah, but I didn't feel it was necessary for me to do it. So I left that to the other ladies. And then she gets a lot of restaurant collabs for us. She does fashion stuff. The event that we were at with the line dancing, the space was sponsored by the owner. The treats, the decor, the line dancing, all of that, all those women, they came in there and sponsored the event by contributing their services. And then she has another event this Sunday where everything is sponsored. So I told her, I know she created this group for us so she can work on our behalf, but I actually want to take it a step further with our business. With our connections, because since I'm trying to do more events, I know I have come to a place, even though I'm self-employed now, I want to put my focus into creating. And I can't create, I can't outreach, I can't email, I can't do all of this. And she has like an agency where she does that. So we will start doing that in September. So I'll have more collaborations, because yes, she does it for us, but I want it to be on a more higher scale of things that I want. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, some of the partnerships I've gotten have been inbound. The places have reached out to me directly. And then some of the partnerships I've gotten, she connected us to those. So yeah, when I tell y'all, she be working, every day, it's a new opportunity. Y'all can go here. They're ready to do this for us. I'm like, oh, okay, let me jump on it. Initially, at first, I couldn't do any of them. So me being able to do them recently has been amazing. Let me read y'all comments because I'm just talking. But yeah, so she also helps them with getting PR products and stuff like that. Again, like I told y'all, that's not true to who I am. I mean, y'all have seen my candles. If you ain't seen my candle collection, go to my home playlist or my Bath and Body Works playlist, because I had to create one because I realized I had a lot of Bath and Body Works. I don't need no more nothing of nothing. Y'all want to know who my dream partnership is? Can anybody guess who my dream partnership is? If you've been watching me, you know. Let me read the comments and then oh, Sierra, I want to tell you about a platform. It's called Journey. When we get off here, I need to get your information, because I want to send you the platform. It has a bunch of hotels on there that you can pitch to. I just haven't had the time to do it, and I plan to do that now that I'm self-employed. But it's a travel partnership, sponsorship, I guess. Tabitha, I'm going to find the exact name of the song you mentioned. Lady T-Bug, it needs to rain in Houston. It's dry. My grass is crunchy. I will show y'all my grass, but I don't need y'all talking about me. The grass is in... Girl, I hope them HOA people don't come over here bothering me. Because, like a few months ago, they was talking to me about my garage. I had some brown stuff on the side, so I had to get it power washed. And I couldn't power wash it myself because I just had surgery. I bought a pressure washer, and I couldn't do it, so I had to hire somebody. I was pissed about that. Pissed. I'm like, dang, can y'all wait until I heal so I can do it myself? Anyway, yes, here we have to talk. Denny said that's dope. Thank you. Yes, Chocolate. She has a management agency. Yes, that's exactly what she does. And she has connections. Like, oh, and she had this, y'all. She had this, I'm so mad that I missed this. But it was the same day that me and my mama was taking my daughter school shopping, and my mom is in the process of buying a house, so I was with her doing all of that. So they had this, like, when was that? That was probably like 3 weeks ago. They had this all-white party hosted by, their name is Emerging 100. That's their name. And it's a group of successful Black men with businesses, and it was just the room that I wanted to be in. And it was an all-white party, and she got 5 tickets, and I was one of the people, and I was so mad. And I felt so bad because I texted her today, like right before the event, and said I'm not gonna be able to make it. I was trying to make it, but I couldn't make it. And when I saw that event, I said, baby, my husband could have been in there. But you know what? That's not that's not why I needed to go. I needed to go because the connections were in there. But that's okay. If the opportunity will arise eventually. But yes, Chocolate, that's what she does. She has a lot of connections, partnerships with agencies. She works with brands to get partnerships and all of that. Denny, you gonna come? Did you get your ticket? Cause she said it's limited. I don't know if the slots are closed, but she said it's limited spots. She didn't want to make it a big event. Stilettos, you must be Tabitha. Yeah, she said she was. She said she had to come in through another account. Chocolate said, you ain't going nowhere, Denny. She showed not. She get on my nerves. How you gonna be in my neck of the woods? And you know what? I ain't gonna call her out. Hey, Tay. Denny, you know it. Bath and Body Works. Girl, if Bath and Body Works gets me a sponsorship, I'ma cry. I gotta figure out how to get to them because it would just be so perfect. I want a Bath and Body Works sponsorship bad. I want a travel one too. I want a hotel partnerships, but the Bath and Body Works one, I will probably cry. I ain't even gonna hold you. Hey Tay. The HOA people ain't no joking, especially these mofos over here. They holding on. So my neighborhood is a master plan neighborhood. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, if it means anything, but so it's a big neighborhood. So my neighborhood, they started building this neighborhood probably like 2018, 2017, and the projected time to be finished was 2030. But because when COVID came around, so many people were buying so quickly, they were like, oh, well, we're going to be done building by 2024, 2025, which they were. So we ended up getting one person on the board from the neighborhood. Y'all know how that go. And then we were like, okay, we want full control because the houses are done. They kept telling us, oh, no, you can't have full control because the neighborhood's not done until 2024, 2025. We in 2026. So they keep saying, well, we can't get full control because the neighborhood not done. They holding on to one plot of land that supposedly a house is supposed to be on. Our neighborhood has been done since 2024. I moved in my house like 2021. So like I said, my neighborhood is humongous. So they weren't expecting for this neighborhood to be done until 2030. So I think the acceleration of how many people were buying at the rate they were not expecting to release control of the neighborhood so quickly. So HOA is holding on to control of our neighborhood. And let me tell you something. If you know the area I'm in, you know, baby, I just be sitting in that neighborhood group when my feet get up. I don't never got to complain because they do it for me. I ain't never got to complain. Baby, these people over here, baby, the road I'm on, so people be like, why you move so far? Because you ain't want to come over here, that's why. But to get to my neighborhood, you got to turn down a main road, and my neighborhood is 10 minutes down that main road. So when people say, why you move so far? That's why. But anyway, so we have a long road. That road has these big ass mansions on the side of each road. So those people that lived in the side of the road and pushed back on the sides of the road, they wasn't used to our neighborhood. Our neighborhood was grassland, dirt for years and years. So needless to say, they didn't have no lights or none of that on this long ass road. This road is 10 minutes long, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So, do you know these people in my neighborhood was blowing the commissioner's phone up, and they had a police officer patrolling, and then 2 weeks later we had a light out there? I said, because in the morning, everybody was leaving at 7 o'clock to either go to school, to work, So everybody was blowing up the commissioner. What y'all gonna do? Oh, that's another side note. When we moved over here, me and amongst my neighbors, we were told that, because the kicker about the long road is only one way in, one way out, but that's because further down it's supposed to connect to the freeway. They said that that was going to be done by 2030. So just keep that in mind, because they're expecting to be still building up until 2030. But because they finished before that, so many people's bought the homes over here. And there's another neighborhood further down. These people over here on the commissioner throat, and he up for re-election. They talking about they ain't re-electing his ass, because he promised the road was going to be expanded. But in his defense, it was supposed to be, well, no, it's supposed to be done by 2030, which means it was supposed to start by now. I work in construction, so I know you got to get architect, engineers, all of that. That process itself can take 2 to 3 years. The construction itself could take 4 to 5 years. So that should have started a long time ago. It ain't started yet. So we have a light now that helps navigate the traffic. But anytime there's an accident, anytime it rains, if there's an emergency where we all have to exit the neighborhood, we're going to be shit up a creek because we all have to exit. And my neighborhood has like 1,000 homes in it. And then there's another neighborhood that's further down that has probably 400 or 500 homes in it. And that neighborhood is right, you can literally see the freeway. And it's supposed to connect to it, but they haven't done it yet. And we're supposed to widen the road as well. So all those people that are on a long road, that are in the big ass houses, baby, they selling their houses. They say, we moved over here for quietness. We've been over here for years. And then all of you fools moving over here. They didn't build an elementary school at the end of the road. And of course, because that's paid with tax dollars money, my mom was like, why would they put an elementary school down there and there's no exit? That's with taxpayers' money. You can't say, oh, no, the road ain't done, so we can't build the school. No, that's what was promised to our neighborhood, was our elementary school. So it's a mess. So I say all that to say is that the HOA and the people over here, so anyway, so the commissioner, the people in my neighborhood was blowing his, I'm just talking and y'all typing. The commissioner, they was blowing his phone up. So now they're starting to work for the road. But all they did was add pavement to the road. And I'm like, what that's going to do? And they said, oh, that's because over the next 5 years while we start working on it, the road is going to be, it's not going to be durable because we're going to be working on it. The crazy thing is I know how all this shit go. So the commissioner is up for motherfucking re-election, and I'm not voting for his ass because now you trying to move stuff. Now you trying to move stuff because you up for re-election. Bro, get out of here. And then they holding on to this plot of land and won't let nobody else be on the HOA board so we can add more stuff in this neighborhood. Man, listen, my next house ain't gonna be no HOA, ain't gonna be no none of that. Anyway, that was a tangent. Okay, Deanie, I'm glad you got your ticket. About time. Shoot. No, I'm just kidding. Chocolate said most of the time HOAs be doing too much. Girl, they get on my nerves. I'm like, listen, I just had surgery. I can't pressure wash it. They didn't care. They said have somebody else do it. When I bought, see, Tabitha, so I'm a first time homeowner. Well, I've been in my house 5 years. I didn't know nothing about none of that. Now I know, and my mom is buying. I'm like, if it's HOA over there, see how much it is and see if it's worth it. Cause my HOA is not worth it. My HOA is $850 a year. It ain't shit over here. That's why we trying to fight for some people on the board, because we have a big surplus of money and it ain't going to nothing but landscaping. Ain't going to nothing but landscaping. Anyway, Anthony said, Chocolate, I actually looked up. HOA is crazy. They ride around over here. I'm like, yeah, Anthony, it's dangerous. And I think because they didn't plan on the houses being done when they were done. I'm like, listen. But yeah, I was always told it would be done by 2030. They haven't even started. It's just crazy. Oh, hell no, Chocolate. Hell to the no. So, fun fact though, there is a gated section in my neighborhood. They pay $1,000, but they have amenities. So theirs is worth it. They got their own tennis court over there. They got a private pool. They got the private clubhouse. We got a clubhouse and a pool in a park. That's it. That's it. For this big old neighborhood, you got this pool, which the pool is beautiful. Pool bad, but the pool always got sardines in it. It's just too many people in there. Sierra, HOA, man, listen, the HOA, but I will say this. It's a pro and a con. So if you're like living in an area where the area has a nice value, then okay, I see the value of HOA. But if you living somewhere, I don't know. But I know I always said this was going to be my starter home, but baby, the way this economy set up, this is going to be my forever home. So we going to go ahead and build that backyard oasis outside. But I always said in the future, if I were to ever move, Simon, that's dramatic. Anyway, so I always said if I move, I want to have my own land. I want to be where there's no HOA. I honestly would stay over here, but I would find somewhere where it doesn't have HOA, which I don't know if that's a thing anymore. So they know how to get us. Chocolate said we are gated and have minis too, but we are now about 20 years old too. It does have its good, but they do have a, yeah, that's very true. But it's like, why you got to increase it? What is the increase for? What is the increase for? Like, what was wrong with the price I was paying before? What we doing that for? That's crazy. True, Danny. That's what I was saying. That's why I was trying to go. But there are some places, like if you buy your land, like in Magnolia, there are some areas in Magnolia where it ain't gonna be no HOA. But do I want to be in Magnolia? I'm actually not far from Magnolia, but I don't know about no Magnolia. Our home in Gainesville is $1,200 a year, but the house in Houston has no HOA. Man, I don't mind the HOA. That's the thing. The problem that I have is that why am I paying $850? That's why the people in my neighborhood are in an uproar, because we don't have another member on the board. We only got one person. Well, actually, we just were able to add another person, but we still don't have full control of the board. They want to add a splash pad, and I think they said they want to add a tennis court or a pickleball court. We got the money for it. We got millions in surplus, millions, because they're not paying. They already told us in our last HOA meeting a month ago, the only thing the money is going to is landscaping. We never have no lifeguards at the pool. So what are we paying for? Like, the money just sitting there. So, listen, a mess. No HOA means I already read that part. I don't have any amenities, a gate and a rectangle pool I don't use. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's, oh, we have a clubhouse, but the clubhouse is like, the clubhouse bad as shit, though. I ain't even gonna hold you. But you get to rent the clubhouse for $75 for all day. And I've done it a few times. The clubhouse bad as shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. But I feel like I shouldn't have to pay nothing. I feel like that $75 should go to people who don't live in the neighborhood. Well, then no, because then no. So never mind. Let me be quiet. Danny, my silly self thought HOU meant. No, Houston. Oh, Lord, y'all. Oh, see, everybody is talking about this Angel Victoria Duke story. I swear I wish I was a reactor, because, honey, that story going viral, and every video I watched today about that story, everybody got 100K views. I'm not finna talk about it, though, because what I'm gonna talk about that for? I'm not a reactor. I'll incorporate it with talking to y'all, but I don't know if y'all heard about that, but I was talking about it earlier. I just got a notification. Somebody else then posted a video about it. But yeah, y'all, so thinking I've been on here 84 minutes. Yeah, I'm being in my house, and I like I told you, I have a video. I actually have two videos. No, I actually have one video. I'm so lying. I'm such a liar. I have one video where I share my journey up until being a homeowner, and then I have a part two that I have to film. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie because I do not have a part two. But I'm not gonna post it until I get back to posting my home content. Right now I'm trying to get caught up, and then we'll move forward with that. But yeah, what did Denny say? What is Alalucha County? What's that? Oh, Sierra. Okay, so this fell on my lap. So it once I saw it, I went down a rabbit hole. So is this girl named, and I keep calling her Ashley, but her name is Angel. Her name is Angel Victoria. She was well, she was not. She was pretending to be a PA student. So she was pretending that she was in physician assistant school at Duke University for 2 years. Oh, Gainesville, okay. So she was pretending that she was doing that for 2 years. Getting up, doing get ready with me, pretending like she was studying, showing us outside the school, doing this, that, do. She eventually got busted by the students that were in the program, because the program is, one, very rigorous, two, is very tight-knit. So those students, they take classes together. Like their program, they're a cohort essentially. So they take their classes together. So her videos start getting on some of the timelines of some of the students, and the students were like, do y'all know this girl? Because we ain't never seen her. And of course they busy actually getting the degree, so they didn't start addressing it until just now. They were supposed to, well, they graduated I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she made a post. Miss Angel made a post in front of Duke, a whole graduation photo shoot, saying she finally did it. She did this and putting God in the caption, and oh my God. It's a mental illness. It's a mental illness. And then what made it even more viral is, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Taja Fairjuice. I don't know how to say her last name, but she's a vlogger on YouTube. I love Taja. I haven't watched her recently because her content lately has been, I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But Taja had a video with her 3 weeks ago, like praising her and just basically saying, oh, look at my friend, she's about to graduate, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. Girl, lies. So Taja is now guilty by association, but me watching Taja, I can tell Taja did not know that. Like, Taja is very genuine, she's very authentic. I know for sure Taja was not involved. Yeah, Denny, I stopped watching Taja when she got engaged. I mean, I was watching a little bit of her videos recently, but once she started saying, one of her most recent videos was meal prep with me as a wife. I said, oh no, I ain't gonna be over here. I ain't gonna be over here. And the thing is I don't mind people getting married, engaged. I love to see that. But look at how Leah handled her engagement and her pregnancy. She's not putting in Dubai as a wife. Like, to me, it's male-centered. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to see that. I don't. Everything is about her husband. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. No. Leave me out of it. I don't want to see it. But yeah, so that story, to me, I went down a rabbit hole with it, and I was like, oh heck no, get me out of here. But wait a minute, no, I gotta keep watching. It's a train wreck. But Taja was praising her, and the girls talking about she had to do 1,000-page PowerPoints, and she had her nails done. I said, who didn't catch that she had her nails done? Anybody know that you in medical school? That's another thing. She kept saying medical school. You're not in medical school. There is a difference. Nobody was catching it. She was putting it on her store, on her page. Like, she had real life get ready with me's and showing herself studying. And then another thing, she was working still. Like, it was just too much. It was just too much. And I said the lengths that social media has sent people to and sent people on. Woo, Lord, my God. People are losing their shit. Social media has truly highlighted how crazy people are. And social media has truly highlighted how people have mental illnesses. To pretend that you are in PA school for 2.5 years, create content, get brand deals. That's wild. So yeah, God bless her. One of somebody in the comments said she was going to psych rotation when she needed to be the psych patient. Physician assistant, Anthony. Hold on, let me go back. Everything is about her. Yeah, Taja. Oh yeah, we're talking about that. Blah 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 blah. I agree. I love watching. Me too. I love watching it, but I don't like it when you make it your personality. Like, make it. And I saw this creator talk about this today, and she was like, "Come with me." She said, "No, I'm not coming with you. I'm not coming with you because who are you?" And I was like, that makes me more aware of what I say, because I try to start just talking about something randomly. I don't ever say come with me, but I feel like a lot of people do get ready with me, but who are you for me to get ready with you? I don't know you. I'm getting ready with you. I ain't wake up with you last night. So she built an audience on get ready with me to go to school. So yeah. Oh boy. Well, you're gonna look up her license. Girl, she ain't got no license. Oh, you said like I'm going to look up her license. For real, Denny. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, people be lying about stuff that can be looked up. And she also lied about being a real estate agent too. She like 3 years ago, she was saying she was a real estate agent, and they went and looked that up. So then she moved to being a PA student. So some of the students came online. One of the girls was a black girl. She said, I didn't dress it thin because we was going to let you ride it out. But then when you start posting graduation pictures with the wrong stole, girl, please, we worked for this. You did it. So I was like, ooh, child. That's why I said, instead of being at psych rotations that she claimed to be at, she needed to be the psych patient. And the crazy thing is, y'all, this girl is gorgeous, stunning, gorgeous, stunning. She could literally just be an influencer, and that's it. She don't have to add this extra bull crap on top. So the fact that she did that, mental illness. Mental. She's gorgeous. I was like, and not saying that anybody ugly will get a pass, but I'm just saying she could be an influencer. Just being herself. She had the personality. Like, I saw some of her videos. She was very engaging. Yeah, I see her for real. But yeah. Oh, y'all. I can't believe I was on here this long. I'm so excited. Yeah, she's a nut job. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? And then she's sitting in the car with Taja with them glasses on. She was looking like, baby, I don't even know why Taja bringing this up. She didn't want Taja to talk about that. She didn't want Taja to talk about that at all, but she had no choice. She had to keep the lie going. Personality was definitely fake too. Absolutely. Wouldn't put it past her. I don't doubt it. But it's just like the lengths you went to be a PA student when you could have just went to be a PA student. And then, to me, as I see her now, because I never knew who she was until all this stuff came out. She had nails on in every video. Anthony, I talk a lot. What you expect? That's why I'm out of water. I'm about to wrap it up because my throat getting raspy. But she had nails on every video. Nails was done. To me, that is a red flag. You can't go to no medical nothing with no nails. You can't work. My child is a freshman in high school, and one of her classes is a pathway to her career. And that teacher is a nurse, and she told us this when your child graduates and starts school, they will not be able to work. I was a pre-nursing student. I got to do a story time about my background, but we'll do that another day. But I was a pre-nursing school student, and one of the things they told us, no nails, none of that crazy hair. You ain't gonna be able to work, none of that. So the fact that she had her nails done, she was working still. She told Tasha, I was still working. I was working. How was you working in being a physician assistant? How? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Anthony. Yes, Sierra Yappers unite. Anyway, y'all, so, baby, when I tell y'all my throat's so dry, I gotta make sure I got the Stanley filled to the top, because ain't nothing in here. Anyway, y'all, I am so excited I went live today. I had an amazing time talking to y'all. I can't wait to come back next week. And I will see y'all on Sunday with another video. But yeah, I will chat with y'all later. Bye. You said that's why you drink so much. Me too. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. Bye, Danny.